Hi, my name is Alan Kendall, and this is my project, the practice of how to do a formative assessment. Everyone, we know that today education has been under attack in different ways. I remember this summer the Chicago teachers, they went on strike requesting better salaries, but also they were complaining for the new systems. We always complain that education doesn't have enough budget, and after all, everyone have their own opinion, but there is one thing that everyone is agreed, well, we need a reform. In the new reform, one of the things they're talking is about the assessments. I wanted to understand more about the difference between formative and summative testing. Through my research, I read the difference and try to understand the analogies to explain the difference between the formative and the summative testing. Some were really silly, like we know that chef tasting a soup is formative, but the client tasting that is going to be analyzing, it's going to be different. It's not the same as a doctor analyzing a patient. And another doctor searching a corpse, that would be summative. When we obtain our driver's license, when take the driver's ed class, that would be formative, and the driver's license test would be our summative. When we are measuring a plant to determine how it's growing, that would be summative. But when formative, when we are analyzing around how is the surrounding, that's different. Assessment, we have different ways to do it. I found a book called Formative Testing inside the black box, and give us the tools there. We're always struggling how to make sure that what we are testing is accurate. What we are seeing in our students is what real. If they really know and comprehend and they try to different ways to avoid that, usually by cheating. So teachers, they have to find ways to avoid student cheating. So everyone have to use their own way. One of the things I found out and invest me totally in shift my focus was these two little words, why and how. When I found out these two words and how they are related, I was really invested and I really want to learn more about this. I was trying to make it in a way that I was able to explain to everyone. To me, soccer is my passion. I'm from South America and soccer is everything. So I tried to use the soccer to explain the differences. That's a language that I'm fluent and I can explain because we know how the sport works and we can apply it to our classrooms. Okay. First, we have the shared learning intentions. Each player from different part of the game, forwards, defenders, goalkeeper, they have to practice in a specific goal for themselves, just for what they do, not as a whole team. So that will include the reasons and expectations that each student brings to the classroom for learning. They are all different, and we have to try to assess the way how they learn also. in a different manner. When the students are aware the goal, the why they are studying in that way, they understand how they can improve their own performance. Just like a soccer player, if they practice properly, they can achieve a better performance. When we cherry and negotiate the success of the criteria, we can, if we can measure them before, during, and after games, tournaments, or anything, we can help athletes to be better. Assessment can be used in the same way. We can test the students before we introduce a new model, and they can just like athletes, they can grow as a person and understand even further what they are doing. One thing that's always happening, coaches, they are giving feedback all the time, before the game, during the game with the little whiteboards, and after the game, analyzing what was good, what wasn't good, and how they can improve and have a better performance. Even when the team is winning, they had this little talk with the players after the game, because they had to improve. They think they weren't well during the game, even when they won for a big difference. Then soccer's they used to questioning. If we teach them to question themselves everything what we teach, but also they have to learn to communicate with the teammates, express their own feelings, how they feel about the new topic they're learning. I like it, I dislike it, why? And how they can help. Soccer is the same. Players, coaches, they express their opinion by quotes on the newspapers. So coaches, they express what they think. They say, don't support me if you can support me when we lose or draw, don't support us when we win. You have to be invested in the team 24/7, all the time, in good and bad times. From Spain, Andres Iniesta said, there's no time to think, I just hit it. That's how the way he plays. He's a killer, and he doesn't think, he just do what he has to do. Thierry Henry, who is from France and now in New York, he said, I eat football, I sleep football, I breathe football. I'm not mad, I'm just passionate. Student could be the same. Some people, I love math, and I sleep math, I'm thinking math, and when I look around, I can see math all over us. And, well, I'm a little mad, but I have a passion for math too. And talking about how to create teams, David Beckham, he said that it's not important the name on the back of the jersey, it's all about the badge on the front. It's not about the who is my teacher, who is my grade. It's the overall, it's the classroom, it's the school where you are. That's the important. Other thing is really important is make them evaluate themselves. And peer feedback is really important sometimes. Like in the bottom we have from Real Salt Lake a defender and the forward. They're really good friends, and they give feedback to each other, because when they are practicing they have to face each other, and for the better of the team they help how the other person can improve, and they share what the flaws they see in the other, but not in a way to attack, other time help the other person to grow. So, in a nutshell, learning, teaching, and assessment is a cycle, and it's all related. And there is no beginning and there is no end, because it's a cycle for our students. And the main reason here, the most important thing, is help them to question. Come up with, analyze where they are now and where they're heading. If they know exactly, we can improve. A soccer player doesn't come and start from the one day to the other. They don't go to bed at night and they grow as the best player. They have to practice. They do it daily. Same with other students. They have to understand that daily they have to practice and grow. They can master all the subjects, but one by one, not trying to grow from the night, putting the book under the pillow and by osmosis get the knowledge. They have to practice daily. They have to have the commitment. If we don't have a commitment for what we are doing, us as a teacher, students and parents, if we don't work all together, if we don't practice with our students, there is not going to be success. And in order to have a true success in the classroom, we have to be determined to put the test score, the grades, and sometimes even our paycheck to the side and focus on the kid. They are the most important thing here. The kid is the one who have to be our main goal and focus. When we create communities, we can grow. If we all together focus in the best interest of the kids, it doesn't matter if you're going to be the politician setting the rules, if you're the teacher, the parents, or the student. But if we work together and we learn how to use the assessment in the best way possible, we're condemned to the success. And for the student and for our future generations, that's the most important thing. Thank you very much.